Hey, what's up YouTube? Today I'm going to be reviewing the new Adidas Yeezy 450s in the Cinder colorway. I'll show you all around the shoe, show you some shots on foot, and tell you what I think about these crazy looking shoes. So stick around and let's check out the new Cinder 450s. Okay, let's get started. This latest colorway dropped on March 24th for $210 US. When they originally dropped, they retailed for only $200, but in true Adidas fashion, they had to squeeze a little extra out of their customers, so they upped the price by $10. I scored my pair on the Adidas Confirmed app. I've never had a pair of 450s, but I've been curious about these since they originally dropped on March of 2021. They're just so different and alien from any other sneaker, I had to see what they were about. The first pair to release were the Cloud White, which was followed by the Dark Slate. Since the first two, they've also released the Resin and the Sulfur. As you can see, all of these have monochromatic coloring and sort of a natural earthy tones, very similar to the Yeezy slides. Overall, the shape of these look very organic, and if I'm being honest, I'm not really into this look, but I will admit, sometimes it takes me a while to come around to new styles. Yeezy products kind of remind me of new BMWs. At first, I never liked the designs, but over time, they start to grow on me. I'm weird like that. Regarding these 450s, I figured maybe if I have them in hand and see how they look on foot, I'll change my opinion, so I'm doing my best to keep an open mind. So let's take a look at the shoe, starting with the box. It's your standard Yeezy raw cardboard draw-style box with blackish-brown print. You have 450 printed on the top and Yeezy 450 made by Adidas on both sides. Compared to most sneaker boxes, it's pretty small and it kind of reminds me of a Converse box. When you open it up, you have the standard tan tissue paper and a label that says Made in Germany. Taking the kicks out, you have your Cinder 450s. In pics, these look almost black, but seeing them in person, they are clearly dark gray. In hand, they're not nearly as lightweight as I expected, and it looks like they're made up mostly of this prime knit material and this stiff foam. At first, this foam appears to be the same foam they used on the Yeezy foam runners, but holding them both, the 450 feels a little stiffer. They come laced with matching Cinder rope laces that are pretty thick. In case you're wondering, they do not come with an extra pair of laces. The laces are held in place by these knit-style eyelets that actually look pretty cool close up. Since we're in this area, if you look under the laces, you can see this weave pattern on the knit that changes to a bunch of straight lines. My guess is they did this to allow it to stretch better when putting them on and taking them off. The uppers have a sock-like fit that's pretty snug. To help with that snugness, the midsole, if you could call it that, wraps completely up the sides of the sneaker with this dinosaur tooth-looking pattern. It's a weird look, but these teeth actually do help keep your feet in place. Between those and the wavy outsole, they look like skeleton shoes or something you would see a supervillain wearing. They have black removable sock liners with white print. One side has Yeezys and the Adidas logos, the other side has Yeezys and this globe. I'm not sure what that globe means, but it's there. The ankle collar is tapered and hugs your ankle really well. I guess it has to because on the inside there's no additional padding, just that stretchy knit material. Working your way to the toe area, it gets pretty pointy and curves up a bit, but if you look at it from the top down, it also kind of squares off. It's a really odd shape, which leads me to sizing. They're super snug, but at the same time, that pointy tip runs long. So if you have a wider foot, I would recommend going up a half a size and maybe even a full size. But with that being said, you will almost always have a little extra room in the toe area. It seems like these were designed for someone with a really long, slim foot. And my best comparison to the fit would be the Pharrell Human Race NMDs. It's a tough one to size, and I would recommend trying on a pair before you buy them if that's possible. Working your way to the outsole, it's tucked way under the sneaker and has a wavy, almost transparent rubber tread that looks to me like it's almost a little greenish hue. Near the toe area, you have the Adidas logo debossed into the rubber. That's one of the only places you'll see branding on these kicks. The outsole seems grippy enough, but it's crazy to me how this midsole wraps almost under the sneaker. It's not a big deal for darker colors, but for lighter ones, I can see this being a big problem and making it very difficult to keep these clean. Just something to consider. The outsole does somewhat wrap up the heel area, and I have to assume that's great for driving and will help keep dirt and scuffs from showing on the heel. It also slightly wraps up the toe as well. On foot, they fit snug, and I have to say they are comfortable. And I'm going to have to assume these dinosaur teeth, as I'm calling them, on the center part of my foot will start to loosen up after a few times wearing them. Despite the comfort, they look and feel very flat, and I don't really like the way they look from a side perspective. However, I do kind of like how they look from a top-down perspective when they're on foot. But because of this odd shape, you will undoubtedly end up with a baggy toe box. But on a good note, I don't think you'll ever have to worry about creasing, and despite how anyone feels about this look, it is a very well-constructed shoe. Opinions aside, there's no denying that a lot of thought went into the design and construction of these. To be clear, these are a lifestyle sneaker and not for sports, but I could see these being a comfortable gym shoe for anyone wanting to wear something a little different. All of that aside, where I see these really shining is among the high fashion crowds. People who are not afraid to pair these with some bugged out pants and socks to create a unique fit. That's just my opinion, but for me personally, these are a hard no. Props to anyone who could pull these off with confidence, but unfortunately, I don't think I can. In conclusion, as I just mentioned, I can see this working with people who are heavy into weird and interesting fashion and people that like to push the envelope. I truly believe there are a lot of people that could pull these off, but what bothers me is most of the people who will buy these are not particularly fashionable and they'll be wearing these as their daily kicks or fitting these with some basic sportswear. I've already been seeing that and it's not a good look. If you're a person with bugged out style and not afraid to take risks, these 450s might be for you. But if you're looking for a new pair of daily kicks to wear for the next few months, you might want to reconsider. That's my video on the new Adidas Yeezy 450s in the Cinder colorway. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the thumbs up and please subscribe. You could also ring that notification bell to stay up to date on my latest videos. I would appreciate it and it would definitely help the channel. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram at E21Life. I'm always posting random stuff there. As always, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe, everyone. Peace.
Smoking on good though, bitch from Pluto. Passing like Cinder, Paying on my table, it's nothing you bring. I just want blue notes, others want euros. Smoking on good though, bitch from Pluto. Passing like Cinder, Paying on my table, there's nothing you bring. I cannot fuck with these fat guys, dripping on and she bad times.